Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am your host and Dolph Lundgren of The Leading Note, Ken Levine. I'm a singer and vocal coach here on YouTube, and today we are looking at Metal Church Anthem to the Estranged. But before we do that, I'd just like to remind you all to please remember to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on any of the great stuff that we produce here every week on the channel. And hey, if you're new, I subscribe down below, and I will do my very best to respond to as many people as I possibly can. Now, all right, I'd like to sort of get that over with so we can get to the good stuff, especially today because this is a long tune. This is a suggestion by Lee M. And what does Lee say? Okay, I subscribed, he writes in capital, or she. He, maybe? I don't know. Lee M. Writes, I subscribed. Okay, I subscribed. I actually came to see you because of Sound of Silence video, and I paged through what you've done so far. There's one band song I haven't seen either recommended or actually reviewed, and I think it would be worth your time. Metal Church, Anthem to the Estranged. Kurt Van der Hoof was pretty exceptional as a vocalist, as well as a composer and songwriter. Goes on to recommend or suggest Nightwish, Amaranth, which we will probably do maybe right after this one. We'll do a double shot, or maybe we'll have to split it up the videos, though. That's what we'll probably do today. So let's have a look at Metal Church. I don't know anything about this band other than I think this was released in 1989 from the album Blessing in Disguise. Yes, it's disguised as what? That's what we all want to know. Metal Church. Now some clever fan has taken the song and produced a video with the lyrics in it. So we're going to have that to listen to and look at the same time. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. The fan's name is Scott Ludwig. Already starting to be the shapings of a beautiful, epic metal ballad. We have the lovely arpeggiated guitar chords in behind the vocalist. One of the things I noticed a lot of some of these heavy metal vocalists, well, vocalists in general, rock vocalists from the 80s, the schwa R, or the not schwa, it's sort of like this soft R. It's maintaining that singing tone at the end of the phrases. He does it here. Here. It's not it's an sound. It seems to be indicative of a certain era of metal singers of the time. That's sort of drawing my mind back to 1989 and what I remember. I'm not an aficionado or an expert in metal singers of that era, but that's just what I seem to remember.
The forgotten man wanders misplaced in the world. Obscurity is all the eye can see, and I recall.
Good breath support.
As we pass on by and continue with our day, the quality of life some other way. I'm all
The song really feels like a call to empathy to those who find themselves in circumstances that are far less than ideal, and ones that, in a state of loneliness and despair that I think we can, and on some level, all empathize with how utterly wretched an existence that is, and how no mother would ever wish that on to be the life of their child. And especially this time of year, we're closing in on winter and Christmas is upon us, and we really need some light of hope to be rekindled in all of our hearts, and some compassion and sympathy for those who find themselves just, at the end of the rope. Let's hear what the rest of the song is.
When you take a longer look at someone on the run, you may see reflections of yourself becoming one. Take an extra moment when you find yourself at peace. Think about your value and your own influences.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. So, you have to walk a fine line when you're trying to have a political message behind what it is that you're. Well, I don't even think you have to, but I'm just thinking about evoking those feelings of sympathy and togetherness and brotherhood that we all share within this group of humanity, and maybe needlessly scolding people and saying shame on you for being comfortable in your life. I don't know that that's necessarily the message that's behind this, or any kind of subtext, but you do have to tread a fine line, because it can really turn a lot of people off and harden their hearts to say, well, screw this, you can just make me feel bad. People don't like to be emotionally manipulated, but obviously I feel like there's a narrative thrust behind this song that is still yet to unfold. So I'm not. I just know myself that I can sometimes fall into that trap of feeling like, oh, crikey, this problem's too big. I can't do anything about it personally, and that's obviously not the intent behind this song, and it's not the desired outcome for you as the listener, the story that they're trying to tell you. And I often say that as a performer, you really want to take the position as a guide to your audience and take them and show them to these wonderful places that you're setting up before them, and say, hey, look, take a look at this neat little thing. And what is it, do you feel something? I'm not going to draw any conclusions for you. I'm not trying to tell you what you should feel. You feel what you will. Here it is. This is the thing. Yeah. Sometimes as a performer, you just need to be the Vanna White and just turn the letters, man. Just turn the letters. You spell it out and say, there it is. Ta-da! and not try and say, this is what you should feel. Yeah. It never feels good to be scolded at. And I don't think that's what's happening here. I'm just going off on a really wide tangent, and maybe it reveals more about my character than the song. Something maybe I should be ashamed of, but here it is. I'm just being honest with you guys.
Everything you worked for and everything you've done made me throw another wayside, and you're not the only one.
This vocalist, what was it, Kurt Vanderhoof? This guy's amazing. Wow, that incredible vocal. What is that? Is that a fry scream or a gritty shout or a mixture of the two? Holy, yeah. Thank you, Lee, for pointing out Kurt Vanderhoof. Maybe thrown by the wayside, and you're not the only one.
Everything around you may seem worn and overused, but imagine yourself removed from all that you used to. Once an influential man, who once was in his prime, he spent his days repeating lines like you spent a dime. Shame on those who loved you and by those who were your friends.
Ba, 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 ba. That's really high. That's impressive.
Can you adjust to a different life of living on the destitute find meaning in a different way of life. The door is that
I just want to comment on that guitar solo. That was great. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah. So my earlier rant, I think, obviously it's come to fruition. The rest of the song is just about trying to cast yourself into the place of someone who is estranged. I think another word would be just deemed disposable by the rest of society. And, don't judge someone until you've walked a mile in their shoes. I guess that's kind of that old axiom. And in many religious traditions, which many people find who are living on the streets or find themselves in a situation that at rock bottom, it's those people who have that empathy who reach out and try and at least, if they can provide, if they can't give them a hope, at least give them a meal and help them survive another day, thinking that maybe there is hope, and there always is hope. I don't know if any of the people who are having the opportunity to watch this particular video, should make it to the channel, have ever had that experience of being on the street or feeling like, yeah, wait a second, I'm one of those people that has been deemed disposable by society. And if this is an accurate portrayal, I don't know. In my mind, to my mind, it feels like it seems pretty true. Or these words seem to ring true, but I've never been in that situation. I've certainly been poor. I've been broke, and that sucked. And I've never been to rock bottom though, and I hope I never will. And I hope you never will either experience that, because it seems to me like that is a wretched place to be. And something that you wouldn't want to wish on your worst enemy. Okay, so there's me talking again. It's great that metal exists to mine these subjects that often get overlooked by the pop divas and pop princes of the world. This is a different thematic content than what you would regularly find on Top 40 Radio. Okay, let's continue. There's a few more minutes left.
His mind is on a string. He always seems to find a reason to get him through the day. Wakes
Yeah, well done. Well done, Metal Church. Anthem to the Estranged. Well done, Scott Ludwig. And also to Lee for pointing me in the direction. Incredible vocal stamina by Kurt Vanderhoof, I think that's his name, of the lead singer. And obviously a really an intense emotional journey that they were scripting out for us to follow along with. Yeah. You know, in terms of what a vocalist has to train their voices to do in order to make some of those sounds, really takes a long time. And a competent vocal coach can help you along the way as you are trying to manifest some of those sounds for yourselves. If today's day and age is not always possible to reach out to a vocal coach live and work with them one-on-one, that is the best way to work. You get there are certain nuances that you can't quite manufacture outside of that one-on-one crucible of learning. However, the next best thing, obviously, is there are a lot of online talented vocal coaches that are available here on YouTube, actually. And you don't have to work with me if you're wanting to expand your vocal vocabulary. You can work with me. I will be sure to leave those links down below in the description, as well as... leave me your comments. What do you think of songs like this, and the ability of metal to really sort of mine the depths in ways that are you don't find in other pop genres or other genres in general, or just you have comments. I'd like to hear your comments. I'd like to read your comments. Hey, keep them nice. Folks, don't be an asphalt, because I have feelings too, and but if you have something to share and get it off your chest, that's why we have the comment section and it's open. I'm not sure if we still have the dislike button on my channel. If there's something you don't like, you can leave that too. We're very democratic about our comment section here. Always willing to learn something and hopefully grow as a human being and as a YouTuber. And hey, if you found something of value in this, I certainly have found some value in watching this and looking at this. Scott Ludwig prepared that particular video for us to enjoy, show him a little bit of love as well. Maybe check out what else he has on his channel. I kind of got the chills there. Had the hair on my forearms standing up. So value. Yes. Oh, just subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. Always lets me know what you like and what you're into, and also helps out the channel as well. So there you go. If you have made it to the end of this epic 20-minute video, holy smoly. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.